Oh, fucking start again. It's fucking cold, man. I wish it'd fuck off. Leave me alone. Fucking had to delete my data and start the game again from the beginning. So I can do the challenges again on all the levels. All these additional objectives. On every level. Gotta do them all again. All of these. To try and get the trophy. It's the last trophy I need to get the platinum. But it's fucking bugged and it didn't pop when I did it the first time. So now we've got to redo the fucking game and hope that it pops when I do all of them. So this video is going to be a long ass video. Because I'm doing it in one fucking video. I'm doing it in one fucking run, but I know how to play the game now, so you know, like I can quickly run through it, hopefully. See it. I know like, you know, how to get the challenges quicker. So it shouldn't take me too long. Right, it's going to take a couple of hours. Do 40 stones, upgrade 1. Upgrade 1 any power to level 5 and build a fort. Boost to level 5. And then you have to do all these now, so I should be able to build a mine. Build a mine. Oh, right. Blue stuff. Stone. Second rate, mate. 40 stones, that will take you next week. This level 5, which I look for this side. 2 more. I'm going to be a lot weaker by this time though. Let's start again. Got 600 health. Take too long to do one. Couple of hours. I'd say 6 hours maybe. 6 hours to do the whole lot. Hopefully that fucking pop. Well, I'm going to have to download the PS4 version and redo the game again for the third time. And try and platinum it on the PS4 instead of the PS5 because PS5 version isn't fucking working, which I'm annoyed because I've just done the whole fucking game and now you know what I mean? Didn't get the fucking platinum. Not that I care about trophies, but I wanted to get the platinum. Just I actually enjoyed the game. If I enjoy a game, then I'll try and platinum it. If I don't enjoy the game, then I won't fucking bother. If I enjoy it, then I'll at least try and platinum. Not that I'm like a trophy poor. But I just thought I'll get the plat for this one because it would be fairly. It shouldn't take me too long. It would be fairly easy to get. Yeah, and then the trophy didn't fucking pop. The last trophy I needed didn't pop, so I didn't get the platinum. So I just turned the game off and deleted it off the system. Some of them was tricky to do. Some stones. The first level. Oh, we got computer level. I watched that weapons movie last night. Fuck me, that was bad. That was crazy. I watched Together and fucking Weapons last night. That Together was a piece of shit. Best horror movie of the year. Didn't scare me once. It's gotta be the shittest film I've ever watched. That Together. And where they're in love and they join, their bodies join together. That horror film. Horror. There was no horror in it, apart from them moulding together. That was about it. And they cut themselves apart with a fucking saw blade for about 2 seconds in the movie. That's how much horror was in it. It was fucking what a piece of overrated garbage. Weapons, on the other hand, another horror film that had no horror in it. Well, it did. It was better than fucking Together. That movie was alright, but they just they ruined it with the ending. Alright, it was funny, you know what I mean? It was more funny than scary. It did have it had some horror in it at least, but it weren't like, you know, I didn't get scared once. It didn't scare me once. Is this what they're calling horror movies nowadays? Pieces of shit. They go fall down this fucking hole where this fucking evil shit starts to happen to them. From this fucking hole that they fall down. They fall down there, and there's in this hole in the ground, and there's a hole in the floor with some water in it, with some weird shit around it, and there's water in there. And if you drink the water out of that hole inside the cave, that's when you fucking start to become, where you start to like mould together. They're in this fucking cave. They're stuck in the cave now. They can't get out. But they're not shouting for help through the hole that they fell through. They're just sitting there and they've got one bottle of water between them, no food or fuck all. They're not even panicking that they're stuck down this fucking hole. Their phones ain't working. He drops his phone as he falls in that cave and loses his phone, so he ain't got his phone anymore. They're in the cave now. They're stuck in there now for about 20 minutes. They're not shouting for help. They're not trying to signal anyone to help them. Like, oh, we're stuck in this cave, we can't get out. Someone fucking... They're not even shouting for help or fuck all. Then 20 minutes later, they climb out of the cave. You're like, hang on a minute. You just fell in a fucking hole. You was trapped in there for 20 fucking minutes. But yet you've just climbed out. It's stupid. I don't know who wrote that fucking shit, but it's the most dumbest film I've ever watched. Not Weapons. I'm about son of that bitch. He was fucking talking about that shit movie. Well, does that make sense to you? They fall in a fucking cave, then they're stuck in there. They got one bottle of water between them, so they run out of water. So they use the water out of that hole inside the cave, which is the one that fucks you up, makes the mad shit happen to you. So they drink the water out of that. Then they just climb out of the hole like they weren't even trapped in the first place. And I'm thinking, who wrote this shit? It looks like it was wrote by a 2-year-old. I could write a better story than that. No, there's no horror in it whatsoever. Fucking biggest piece of shit I've watched this year. Biggest piece of shit I've watched this year. That Together film. Biggest piece of shit I've ever watched. Weapons, on the other hand, yeah, still not a brilliant horror movie, but it had a good story and it was interesting, and you know what I mean. It kept you watching. You know what I mean. Kept you interested. It held your interest. It was. You know, it was all right. The acting was good in it. But yeah, again, we're calling these films horror movies. They're not even horror. Oh, we did it, but we just didn't do the. We did it, but we just didn't complete it. You have to do the additional objective, so that's how I still need to complete it till that level. It's wasted time, that. I could have. Too busy talking about that fucking shit film. It was shit. It was the biggest piece of shit I have ever watched this year. I'm not joking. Watch the movie and you'll agree with me. Yeah, it's got an underlying, interesting concept story to it. By the time you get to the end of the movie, it's a mad ending. It was something different, but it just wasn't scary. There was no horror in it. And they're saying on this case, best horror movie of the year. Are you on drugs? You clearly don't know what horror is. Obviously, they just put that on there to fucking sell the movie. Yeah, shit. Biggest piece of shit I've watched this year. Biggest piece of shit I've watched this year. Weapons, worth a watch, I'd say. Good movie, not brilliant, with some elements of horror in it. At least there was horror in it, but I still wouldn't class it as a horror movie. You know what I mean? There's a bit of horror in it. I wouldn't class it as a horror movie though. Because every time they did something horrible, you know, like every time they were building up to something scary or horrible happening, they turned it into a comical. Well, I don't know. They just went silly on it. There was some good bits in it. It is worth a watch. So that's the film I recommend. So that you really watch one of them. That Together was a piece of shit. Apparently they ripped that story off from someone else. But apparently they didn't. Apparently it's false. And they didn't rip the story off from some people made a film. And the people who made Together were supposed to have ripped them, copied their story and ripped them off. But apparently they went to court over it. And they didn't copy it. It's a fucking piece of shit anyway. It's body horror. It's more of a body horror film than actual horror though, so maybe that's why it weren't what I expected it to be. I was expecting something different. It weren't what I expected it to be. I don't suppose you could. I don't know what the fuck I was even thinking. I was expecting it to be honest. I just thought, oh, that looks interesting. I watched that film. And then I watched it and I was like, this is shit. stupid and shit. It had an interesting concept, like what it was based on, what was causing it to join together. It was interesting. There was some ancient shit. Like where God created a being, he had 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head with 2 faces. God didn't like the creature that he created, so he split the creature in half, creating man and woman. That's what the story was sort of based on. So then that's why these things were joining things together. Oh, that's good. It's a bit like complicated stuff. It's like setting these sort of, like that's something that was around in these days where this game is set. Back in these sort of times. Something ancient from these sort of times. The Romans. Them sort of Egyptian. No, I don't know, it was just a shit film. It was just a shit film. There's nothing more I can say about it, apart from it was a shit film. It's just fucking garbage. Like everything they bring out nowadays. Oh, can't stop fucking coughing, man. My lungs feel really fucking weak. I can't breathe. Got flu-like symptoms. Cold sweats. Hot and cold sort of sweats. Then it's like a cold sweat, the next minute it's like a hot sweat. Flushes, hot and cold sweats. An itchy fucking throat, that's what my itchy throat fucking cold like that. Got some sort of fucking flu off someone. Someone's just died of that H5N5 first human transmission or something. In America, first ever death from it. A human died from H5N5, first death ever recorded in America. But they're saying it's not a threat to humanity or nature. It's only one case, you know. That's if it's even true. I'm not saying that's the case, but I don't trust anything the fucking says no more. Or the government for that matter. I don't trust any of these cunts. I have no faith in them. Especially my fucking government. Rich and dodgy. It's a bunch of fucking crooks, all of them. I don't know who you fucking vote for, we're all the same. And they don't make any real decisions either. Anyway, I'm not going down that fucking rabbit hole. Fuck, shit in the fucking... Oh. That's fucking ridiculous. Get the fucking platinum trophy and then go back to the other one. What was it? Achilles in the suit. See if we get the platinum on that. Need like 4 trophies on that to get the plat as well. If they ain't fucking bugged. I have a feeling it's bugged on that as well. Wouldn't surprise me, it's made by the same people who made this. So if this one's bugged, then that other one's probably fucking bugged as well. Joys of owning a PS5. Nothing fucking works right now. Worst fucking system they've ever made. Shittest computer ever. Fucking garbage. Biggest load of garbage. I heard them saying something about PS5 Pro as well the other week. Telling me it's not very good, basically. Underwhelming at best, essentially. Yeah, it's like twice the fucking price, almost twice the price of the PS5. And there's literally no fucking difference between the two of them or something like that. I don't know. They were saying something on them lines. Yeah, I'm just be surprised. It's fucking Sony we're talking about. This old job. I'll just send those vibes back to you. Need to complete the level job doing into the next one. take the tray. It wants to. I think that. I don't think it's going. Shit, get out of there.
Get the fucking controller.
seconds. What's that one doing? Open the chest boost for your damage. Good.